Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and it's time for the Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 7. It's the penultimate episode of the season. The Dark Along the Ways. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been trying to watch or watching and tries to match it as best as possible. But one of the videos, my vast video library, and pops up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. And if you can't, hit that like button, the share button as well. Also, if you don't want to be notified by YouTube when I come on live, then hit that bell down below and YouTube won't notify you when I come on. So what you should do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule up there. Yes, I know I'm about half an hour late on this one, but I'm usually within half an hour or so there. Except for Saturdays. Saturday's just a crapshoot. So unfortunately on that one, just depends on the dog at that point. Also, all the links to my social media are on there, and all the links to my pages are on there as well. So, with that said, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Alrighty, I'm giving you enough time to hit pause. All right, that's enough time. So we basically just, we start this episode off just kind of where we left off. With the portal closing, Matt staying behind, and our crew along this dark path, being led by Loyal. There we go. The Ogier, and he's the one that can actually read the way signs. It's supposed to be a shortcut to the Eye of the World, and as they are along the way, the Dark Wind, which honestly I've had the Dark Wind too sometimes. Usually after Taco Bell. Yes, you knew that joke was coming. Come on, it happens. It was made for this. I don't know why. When people sometimes make these things, they have to have these jokes in their heads when they write this stuff. Anyway, the Dark Wind comes by, and it basically gives a voice to all their greatest fears, within their minds. And of course, it swirls around them, and Nynaeve ends up creating a barrier, if you will, from the wind. Given enough time for Moraine to create another portal to get them the hell out of there. And they're not at the Eye of the World, but they're a day's walk away from there. And they actually end up in Shiner. There we go. Which is where Lan is from, actually, or where Lan, not originally from, but where he grew up. And we find out that Lan is actually a king of a kingdom that got taken over by the Blight, and we find out what the Blight is. The Blight is this it's essentially a bunch of creeping forests that take out all kinds, kingdoms and things like that. So, um, there's also a seer that is there as well within this city, and the seer is Min Farshar. Far, yeah, Farshaw. There we go, Farshaw. If I can actually speak. And she basically looks at people and can tell kind of sort of what their future is, not exactly, but she sees impressions over people. And for Rand, she actually sees him carrying a child, and with Nynaeve, and now I'm blanking on her name all of a sudden, because that's the way it is, Egwin. She sees dancing lights around them and all this stuff. And so, yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit that she's seeing, but she doesn't see them being the dragon per se. And Moraine, we really don't know. I mean, uh, so for this being the penultimate episode, where we only have one episode left, which is going to be next week, I kind of feel like they dragged their feet a bit on this. And we could have moved this along a little bit further than what we did. So Moraine is basically giving everyone the option if they want to go to the Eye of the World or not. She basically tells them, one of you is the dragon, the other of you are probably going to die, is what she says. She lays it out on the table there. So everyone's got the night to decide. Rand ends up going over to the seer as well, and she basically tells him that he's going to die. That if he goes to the eye of the world, he's going to die. He's not coming back. And he goes over to Moraine and tells her, "I'm the dragon," is what he says. Why, we have no fucking clue other than he's being an idiot. So, and yes, thank you, Raymond. So we do have the whole interspersing of Rand's mom, of her giving birth on the battlefield. Actually, she's fighting while pregnant, going through labor, fighting, and then of course we see Rand's dad, adopted father, who ends up helping her give birth as she dies because she actually had gotten stabbed by one of the other soldiers. Raymond says, "What do you think of Rand's mom? Why is she so badass, and why was she hunted?" So that goes back to loyal, the Ogier, who looks at him and says that he is part of a certain tribe of people. And Rand was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not part of those people." And they were supposed to be fierce warriors, all this kind of stuff. So that's actually it harkens back to that. And mind you, I haven't read the books. I'm just remembering what was said in previous episodes. This is like 2 episodes back. So that was the reason why, Raymond, why they wanted to bring that up, is that yes, Rand actually is from a long line of badasses. He just doesn't know it because his dad never told him. So in the end, everyone decides they're going to go with Moraine, but Moraine has left with just Rand alone because Rand says, "I'm the dragon." And so she leads him to the Blight, and he's like, "What the fuck's this?" And she goes, "Oh, we need to go through that in order to get to the Eye of the World. Come on, let's go for a little day trip." And they end up going into the Blight. So, and that's kind of where we leave off. Like I said, this episode, for being the penultimate episode of the season, kind of dragged a bit and needed to move a bit faster. We have nothing about what's going on with Matt. And yeah, I don't know what's going on, quite honestly. We did get, which was kind of weird, in the recap at the very beginning of the episode that they do. We got another callback to Padan Fane, of course, but we never saw him in this episode. At least not that I saw. I mean, he hides within the episodes too. I know that, so maybe he was someplace on the bridge. They do run into a Trolloc on the ways there, and they said, "Oh, well, that's probably how they got to the two rivers, was undetected, was they went through the ways." And that's fairly fucking unusual. How did they get here? Because someone needs to be able to use the one power in order to open a waypoint in order to get there, and da 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 da. Yeah. So there you have it. Not a bad episode, but like I said, for the penultimate episode, it's just kind of spinning wheels and needs to I don't know, they need a little more oomph to it. It seems like we're kind of, we're getting to the crest and all of a sudden we're stalling. It's like so I'm kind of worried about the season finale, or yeah, what's going to happen with the season 1 finale. We already know they're getting a season 2. They've already started casting for season 2. So there's no, you know, there's no will they, won't they for the renewal of this. It's already been renewed. We already know this. So yeah, we already know. Maybe that was the whole plan all along, was they did kind of like a truncated first season. They're going to do a truncated second season. But then again, Amazon does that with their seasons. Their seasons were only like 8 to 9 episodes long. Why was she hunted, by the way, Raymond? You also asked that too. Rand's mom. It was a war. You could see there was a war going on. They probably were losing, and that was the reason why Rand ended up with his adopted dad, because they probably won, and her tribe probably got wiped out. She was probably one of the last ones. Oh, thank you. Yes, that's the other thing, Raymond. Yeah, the seer did also hint that the Amerlin seat would actually be her undoing, would be Moraine's undoing. Dun dun dun. Whatever that means. So The serial yeah, so basically that's what she said that flat out. She said, "Hey, the Amerlin seat will be your undoing." It's like, "Okay." I mean, this year has some pretty bad fortune telling skills, quite honestly. She really does. I mean, other than the fact that she told Rand, because he asked her, "Am I coming back from this?" And she's like, and she kind of picks up the bottle and walks away. She doesn't say yes or no. And Rand's like, well, I guess I'm not making it. So what the hell? I'm going to go in. Unless that's what her whole shtick is all about, is that she is so vague that she causes you to do what you're supposed to do so that she doesn't change the outcome of whatever she sees in your future, which could be also the case too. You have people that can actually in books, when people can usually see the future and they're supposed to be set on, they are set on not altering that future, they usually give you the false information so you stay on that path versus just telling you outright what the hell is gonna happen, so you don't know, so that yes. So that the character that, is involved in all this doesn't know and does what they're supposed to do in the first place. And it was all ordained all along. Is that, Calvinism? Is that what that is? Is that, preordained? Yes, that's Calvinism, I believe. Because Calvin and Hobbes, of course. Hobbes, I believe, is free will, if I'm not mistaken, whereas Calvinism is determinism, and I could have that reversed as well. It's been a while since I've looked at all of that, but yeah. I know it's a little deep for, a show like this, but there. Yes, I am gonna cover The Witcher season 2, and is it worth my time? And I'm not doing episodically. It's basically what ends up happening is people go, "Why are you doing?" "Oh, I've already watched all of it. Just give me what you think." And so I just, you know, I did that for the first one for the first season, so I'll do it for the second season as well. And yes, I have seen Spider-Man No Way Home, and I can't believe that the Hulk has been retconned and is now Uncle Ben. Oh, is that supposed to be a spoiler? Sorry. I kid. I am gonna be doing, Spider-Man: No Way Home on Monday as well, and a special Is It Worth My Time? So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that as well. I'm actually just kinda pissed there's a lot of sites out there right now that are spoiling a shit ton of stuff because there's a lot of spoilers in that movie, and they're just spoiling it in the titles of their blog posts or whatever, and, um, it's really shitty for people that haven't seen the movie, quite honestly. That's the reason why I went and saw it last night, just because I knew there were so many spoilers that were coming out on Monday alone that I was like, "You know what? I don't wanna see it." I don't wanna see those articles, and to protect myself, I just went and saw it. And again, I just have to say, I really would rather see a fucking movie at my house in my, with my surround sound system, my screen, and all that kinda stuff. Because honestly, uh I kinda wanted to turn up the volume in the theater. I just was like, "Where's my remote to turn up the volume?" So, anyway, yes, I know I'm an old man, and I also wanted subtitles too. That's just me. Alright. So, decent enough episode, but like I said, it needed a little more oomph to it in order to, get that hurdle going on. Um So, what else do I have going on for the rest of this week? Well, in about what time is it here? Yeah, in about half an hour, I'm going to be doing The Expanse season 6, episode 2. So at 6:45 ish, I'm going to be doing that. Tomorrow on Saturday, I'm going to be doing Saturday morning blast off where I take the genre news of the weekend and your genre stuff you guys want to talk about when we talk about it. Sunday, I'm going to be off. Monday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And it's going to be Spider Man No Way Home. Oh, sorry, got a little something in my eye there. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And it's going to be The Witcher season 2. Wednesday is going to be the season finale of Hawkeye. And we know that Kingpin's there. So, yes, we know that's all happening there. Thursday will be, you know what? I almost forgot. This Sunday, I'm not off. I'm actually going to be doing Station 11, season 1, episode 1, because I moved it from last night to Sunday. I take that back. So I'm going to be doing something on Sunday. And then Thursday will be the second episode of Station 11. And then, of course, Friday will be the season finale of The Wheel of Time. And then, of course, episode 3 of The Expanse. So there you go. All right. Well, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go for the rest of the night. Thank you to Raymond who joined me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos my vast video library and pops up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below there. Also, if you can, hit that like button, the share button as well. And if you don't want to be notified, because who doesn't want to be notified when I come on live, you can hit that bell down below and YouTube won't notify you. So what you should do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule I put up there. I change it out every week. Also, all the links to my social media are on there, and all my links to my pages are on there as well. All right. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go for about half an hour here. I'll be back at 6:45 with The Expanse, season 6, episode 2. So until then, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, I don't know. You may end up seeing what the blight is, and it looks like a big forest that's creeping towards you, and you just kind of wonder why they just don't burn it down. But anyway, thanks everybody. I will see you again in about half an hour. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care, wear those masks, get those vaccine shots, get those flu shots. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thanks everybody. Bye.